slowly. And as the CTs have converged, they are waiting for Pleasant to reveal himself. If he can get a kill, that would be big, and indeed it is. So right behind him, they are converging. And if they miss a shot, that would be a disaster perhaps waiting to happen. And he's turned around a 180. Pleasant will get himself another on the terrorist side, where it looked like they were set up for catastrophic defeat, are now suddenly taking over. Barton still fighting back, and Phelps is good for one, and it's all
protected up top. Very easily to be read into here, though, and they're not going to find anything off of the boost. Instead, it is Dumal and Lato that just do a little 1-2 punch as he fell off. The flank coming from Galaxy Racing, so a 4-on-5 that is made into a 3-on-3. How has Cholsey gotten 2? He finds both through the smoke?
And now 2 with a Mac 10, nothing too heavy, and Death Zone, his shots are ringing mighty heavy right now. Dumao and Barton, though, the magic duo who seem to be able to clutch everything they're given, have already started nicely. 2 kills to find. Cholsey, who's had 3, now looking for 4 now. That big boys coming through, just absolutely demolishing. Taco likely to be victim as well, and as Death Zone is completely blind, he'll at least find 1 for his trouble. And the rest of the T side will back off. They let them have it.
They're fast on this rotation, though, from GODSENT, so they know what's up here for the Racers side, and they want to speed into this A-bomb site. One player in towards that site, that is Barton, and the Moto Smoke, very well timed, will prevent the sightlines in on these rotationary players. So they suspect Barton, though. The answer is no. Pleasant dropping that bomb, now realizing where Barton's positioned, that nade an absolute sitter. No armor, so he gets torn to shreds. And now just Phelps and Taco. 1 HP separating Taco from a grave.
At that point, you may as well just sit down and lay your bed in it.
There's no need to do anything more.
Yeah. Look, if it's your final resting place, may as well be there an hour early, you know? Beat the rush. Phelps and Taco, though, they are hoping to have some compatriots, have some friends. Galaxy Racer are trying really hard not to be friends.
Taco's going to do a lot here, I think. Oh, I thought he was going to jump out of the apartments.
Probably should have.
Yeah,
he does have the flash as well. And he does go through. That's big damage, but not quite big enough to play.
Paying much attention to this. He sits inside of it, and as it fades, oh, Joel, he hits the shot. It felt like Phelps had the advantage in that instant surprise factor, so it's brought to a 3-on-3.
This is a very difficult retake without the kit, and as Dopman peeks out, he's made it a tiny bit easier. Joel and Dazon left to try and defend. No one on Banana, but they don't know it. And Barton, what a shallow peek that he needed to go for. Taco!
Suppose the archways, though, and Galaxy Racer are taking advantage of this. Taco's on the rotation. He has the he does seem to be scoped in, so he finds Disco Doppland. They now run away here for the Racers. They'll isolate this A-site player. It is Barton, though, and he's been playing very, very good all day. That bomb being planted, they have no idea that he's here. Cholsey down, and so now it's just Joel left in the clutch. A 1-on-3, and this position for Barton is going to be absolutely pivotal. It's putting so much pressure on Joel to try and flush him out, but he still can't deal with him just yet. First flick is good onto Taco. That's a hairline angle, but he's so good for it. And the Molotov, he's going to sail to the side. So difficult to traverse, but no. First smoke down middle here for GODSENT. The idea that they could potentially push behind it. It's not quite deep enough that they can make it over towards the second mid-peak all too safely, but Dumao, again, finding some success over towards Banana. This has been a bit back and forth in terms of who's come out on top, but Galaxy Racers are going to be forced back. And they're cleared around these smokes. The tag there from Taco, but not enough to secure the kill. The nade will allow him to escape. Would have been the undoing of Joel had he committed to that peak.
There's no AWP over towards B, so you can see Lado's playing much more carefully with his jump spotting. It's actually still going to be a late rotation from him. A minute left on the clock. Galaxy can decide to move back should they desire to do so. Flashbang very deep into the arches. Dumao, he's peeking forward. He's revealed himself, but as he backs off, he has found a lot of safety all the way back to library. And Galaxy Racers instead turn their sights onto the short area. Barton, however, has been waiting here. You don't really want to mess with this man. Not if you can avoid it. Smoke goes out, they're trying to isolate him. As they begin, no bot. Good for only one. Shoxy has found him the trade. Back to a 3-3 where Taco's low HP. They don't have utility. Taco finds one. Taco's traded. The trades have been so good so far. And as the bomb is planted, they do have a man over in the graveyard. But it's Joel who's found himself an AWP. And we know what happens when he gets one of those.
He's low. Steps being made as well here from Galaxy Racers. And this might not be an angle that favors Lotto all too much. It's an off angle being held here from Joel. They go for the double swing. They could really overwhelm him. Jumping across, and Joel hits the flick. So it's down to a one-on-one. Chorzy, strong position to hold in the post plant. And Lotto, while he clears the site, Chorzy swings. Starting to hover Phelps as well. They're really starting to think this is going to be a B-site commitment. And they are right. That lurker coming over as well.
Oh, they jump straight through the smoke and they're trying to move into Hobbit, but that's where Lado and Dumao have already got their crossfire setup. It's only a 2v4 now. Galaxy Race have fallen apart. Dumao is the one knocking them over. Joel, alone, once again. The man is made to stand on his own, but more often than not, he falls on his own. This might be the same situation. Pulls out the AWP, waits for the P to come through. The CTs have outplayed them completely, wholeheartedly, and Taco ready. Full execute, a full flurry of Molotovs, but Dumao is boosted up. Will not be caught by it as they oh my god, Dezon is pre-firing that as well. They're so hyper aware. They wait for the spam from the CTs, and it's Latin to go down. Dezon to find the frag, and rotations should be coming in soon towards that B bomb site, but it seems like Barded knows, even though they are keyed in, they still can't get the frags done. That leaves Phelps alone in a 1v3.
Yeah, I think they had the indicator that it was a fake very early on, but the fact that Dezon gets that kill just keeps those players busy there from GODSENT. They wanted to make sure that they could get and secure that one player that they knew was isolated, but doesn't come through. So now Phelps 1v3. First kill found. Joel over pushing his bounds. Certainly still doable here for Phelps. No utility going to be recovered. There is a smoke at his feet, actually. That allows him to deploy that, isolate these. He can find this kill on towards the bomb site. He's running out of time here, Phelps. Not able to find anything. Nobody's taking him on the side of GODSENT, so this is difficult. Disco will end his suffering.
Giving one up completely to Galaxy Racer would be trouble, and Chorzy, well, might have just started spelling out trouble. Finds a first down, banana. Makes it look easy.
Well, it was supposed to be a slow round where they just looked to see if there's anything gimmicky happening.
And then they died.
Yeah. Hard to anticipate that particular maneuver.
Yeah, it tends to put a damper on things. So coming out from
the angle.
They don't actually have a kid over here on Galaxy Race. So Phelps could go down very easily. Turns around, reveals himself, and Joel will capitalize. What a blunder coming out from Phelps there. Almost gets it. He knew that he had to clear it, but just not quite peeking hard enough. And with this, now Taco and company have been forced on. They aren't going to be brought down with the spam. And the flashbang goes in. It's Shorzy to come out. He's been the hidden dragon catching Tiger. Shorzy will fall, sure, but Dumao and Barton aren't really going to be able to offer much to this bomb site as Dumao tries to circle around, searching for weaponry, searching for players to find. And as they are peeking into him, a double peek is prevented because of some poor spacing. But still, Dumao boxed in. Barton good for one, chasing after for another. A flashbang to delay long enough for Dumao to peek in one more time. And Barton is waiting, but Dezon's taking down his teammate. With this, the retake should be on. They're chasing after him, pretending to defuse this one out. And as Barton moves in for the peek, there's a man blocking his way. He's so worried about the defuse, and now they're actually sticking it. But this might be a little bit too late. They win the duel. It's crucial. Without the kit, for a second, you could have seen Barton run away with it.
Yeah, both of these. Disco Doppler close to the smoke. There's execute coming in. It's 20 seconds left here for
Oh, he's brought down immediately. Dumao, flashbang, a little bit too good. And with this person's the only person left who can really try and get any damage done before
finding the planter.
He
gets it.
Oh, he's done it. This is massive. He's even got the second one. This might have just saved the day. It's a 2 versus 2. If he can go forward for one more, this will be the round over. He's tagging. He's tagging. He almost had it. Chorzy now alone. He's gone.
Sir.
And mean, they are, but it seems like it might be the right place to be coming to. Smokes all coming out. Joe will get a dry peek into him and shows him what he likes to do to those. Molotov on short will keep them at bay for a while longer, but the contest from Disco Doppler against Lado is going to be crucial. He moves back into the smoke, wants to peek out. Lado's all got HP, and Doppler's got the headshot. Now with GODSENT feeling funneled in, although they could still move back, they might just be caught out. Joel still inside, behind the pillar, playing it nicely.
Teams face off, but Inferno's going to be a much more difficult one to crack unless they get some solid entries throughout. Dumao starting off 22 really nicely with a peek in towards Top Banana. He is low HP, and that Molotov is not flushing them out, but they double up on Pleasant, and it's the follow-up Molotov that finds the frags right back. Really well orchestrated there from GODSENT, if not for the loss of those two players in middle, but it's still going to split the Galaxy Racer side, still trying to move to 1-1 apiece.
Joel is over here on B though, and we know what he's done a few times on this bomb site. Lato, I mean, they have to get the flashbang to be perfect. There's not too many of them either. That's a big problem. Lato, oh, Joel doesn't quite land the shot. Will be smoking off the new box, but not quite playing from it. Oh, rather easy. Moves back behind it. Peeks out again. Joel's got one. Joel's still hiding. Joel's peeking in. Lato will shut him down though now. It's a 2 versus 1. Chauzy. Can he deny the bomb? Doesn't seem like it's likely. The smokes are not quite his friend. They are Pleasant's, but now they're both playing from new box. He does have a... Oh my goodness, Barton turning the corner, and a Molotov straight into the smoke. This time it seems like GODSENT have got their number, but the flashbang is still well placed. Pleasant and Chauzy finding one apiece, and Disco Doppler dropped another, and a second kill. Galaxy Racer destined for match point. Dumao with 23 HP. A dream, and he is about to be rudely awakened. Doesn't see Doppler camouflage again. Oh, smoke timing is great. Inside the smoke, he'll spray. Molotov is deployed, but he's caught out. Chauzy now has to step up, and he's not able to get more than one. Suddenly, possibilities are open. Joel hoping to find one, but it will not be happening. Peek in, and that's Lado waiting around the corner. Peek me. I dare you, he says. But it doesn't seem likely. Galaxy Racer, with money and resources being limited, they don't want to fall short yet again at the finish line. And Michael, that is just a massive, dare I say it, screw up coming out from Disco Doppler. Let's say momentary confusion, becomes very greedy, thinking, yeah, I'm gonna spray them down in the smoke. Then he gets flashed off, takes a bit too long pulling out the Molotov. He's caught out with a Molotov in his hand. He's been brought down, and Chauzy doesn't have that additional pressure that he needed to play from the Groffin's area for long enough.
Considering the success of it,
Actually, Bolo goes out towards broken wall. Doppler gets himself one, and now he's in a good position to peek out again. This is beautiful stuff. And that double play on Coffin really makes a difference, because generally speaking, you don't have time to throw a Molotov and a flash fast enough, even if you use a quick flash method. And because you put two players there, that is lovely. That's so cool to watch. It's actually a solution I was looking for my own games, but now it's a 5v3, and GODSENT are looking for solutions, but only finding death.
I don't know if it's possible anymore here for GODSENT. A 2 versus 5 to try and make this one work. 30 seconds. That smoke will fade soon here for Phelps, so he has to push forward. And they separate, splitting towards B.
The timing works out against him. Dezon doesn't quite watch it in time, and he thinks that it might be clear. But now, as they peek forward, they don't catch the player. Phelps will get the backstab. 10 seconds on the clock, and they found the only possibility there was. Molotov back towards the box, and they don't have time. They will be able to deny the bomb plant. No, Disco Doppler unable to find a kill. It's a 3-on-2. Taco and Phelps can make this happen. Back to a 2v5, down to a 2v2. Utility, non-existent. Taco, Phelps. 2017 is calling back, and they won a hell lot of clutches back then as well. Phelps will try and navigate the CT spawn, but now that he has been forced to give up the angle, Coffin is where he watches, and the gun barrel to bait out. Joel to peek in. Joel takes them away. 16 rounds secured. Galaxy Racer are your second team into the playoffs. They are your lower bracket champions, and they will be joining Havu into the playoffs for the Nordic Championship as